I don't give a fuck, they don't like me. I say I don't give a fuck, they don't like me. Oh no, I don't give a fuck, they don't like me. Sorry, I don't give a fuck, they don't like me. Fuck them, I don't give a fuck, they don't like me. No, I ain't got shit to prove. No, I ain't pro no more and I don't owe no foe, but I still ride with my tool. You so concerned about my real life, and that's alright. But who are you? Just another nigga with a strap. It don't take rocket science to shoot. You don't know shit about getting bricks out, you probably still work truth for truth. You don't know shit about on your blood, cause you paid your bills with all that loot. How about your baby about to be born and he don't got pampers, wipes, or food? How about your mama fucking your best friend and y'all both just finished school? But it's okay, she thinks it's cool. You're in her way, it's time you move. And you just paid all her damn bills, so you feel like a fool. So what do you suggest I do? You think you know, you got no clue. So please don't tell me what you think I ain't been through. I don't give a fuck, they don't like me. They don't like me. I say I don't give a fuck, they don't like me. They don't like me. Oh no, I don't give a fuck, they don't like me. They don't like me. Sorry, I don't give a fuck.
Welcome to AJ's Den. Yes. Let's get started on Trump. Now, you know what? I knew he was dumb, but he really convinced me last night. It's no intelligence in that brain of his. No intelligence. People, goddamn vote for him if you want to. I don't care. I have just had enough with this. I want to make America great again. Why? And they not even bold enough to just say, I want to make America white again. That's all they had to say. Don't try to sweet talk it so you could go ahead and get the vote from African Americans or Hispanics to vote for this ignorant bastard of a so-called president candidate. And you could get somebody to get up in the White House and then try to put us back as slaves. This man, if you African Americans and Hispanics didn't read between the line of what he was saying last night, you are sadly insane. I'm going to play some of these samples of what he was saying and break it down to you guys. Because you guys are not that highly intelligent. That's why he said, I love my uneducated people. Especially African Americans and Hispanics. You really, if you out there to vote for somebody who couldn't even say LGBT, this man had to put LGBTQ community. He couldn't even stay on the teleprompt of what they were telling him to read. He had to say, he said it twice, people, and so it couldn't be a mistake. He said LGBTQ community. He even want their vote and he couldn't even get the letters right. I'm gay. I was insulted even by that. I have all three things with me that he needs from me. I am a voter, but I'm not counting voters, because if I want to count a voter, I'll say four things. I am African American, I am a woman, and I'm a lesbian. So all those three things that mixed up together, he couldn't even say LGBT. He's had to put the Q on there. Where the hell does the Q come from? But everybody is so round up to go ahead and vote for Trump. He is so dumb. I cannot even say, he couldn't even say at least one intelligent word. He was saying, well, we're going to build the highways. We're going to get these buildings. I say, Trump, why don't you say infrastructure? Why don't you just say that? We know. And Obama, he was on Obama, and everything what Obama have already done, people just not thinking he was saying that he's going to do. Obama tried to get the infrastructure done, rebuild, repaired. But guess who shut it down? Congress. You know why they shut it down? It is because they didn't want Obama to go down in history as a great president. But he is going to go down as a great president. Why? Because he came in there in 4 years. He cleaned up the shit that what Bush put out and left him. But no, nobody don't want to actually say Bush did that. They want to blame everything on Obama. No, people, let me tell you something. And it was so funny when he brought up 18 years. He said 18 years. This is what Trump said. His own words. He said 18 years of America being destroyed. Well, Obama only been there 8 years. So, and he's the first African American president. So, let's go back 8 more years and add the other years, and we can say Clinton and Bush. Bush brought the shit out. We had a deficit, a bad deficit. He said, well, we never had a deficit until Obama got in there. I'm going to just bow my head for a moment. That is a lie. We had a bad deficit. And then he said up there, and he said, I'm going to go after all these countries who owe us money. And I'm going to make them. Listen, that's why they have the Senate and the Congress. He can't make them do a damn thing. He's just a token up there. If without the Senate and the Congress allowing him to do something, he's not going to do nothing, people. He's telling you a bunch of lies. That's why Obama did a lot of executive orders and vetoed a lot of things. Because they wouldn't allow him to do things. If you want to sit up here and believe the hype what Trump is saying, you go right ahead. And you want to put a dumb person in this seat, go right ahead, vote for him. I know a lot of Bernie Sanders people are going to vote for him because they don't like Hillary. You're insane. Hillary is more closer of listening to you guys, Bernie Sanders, than Trump is. Trump is a dictator. Trump gonna get America bombed. Then he said that he's gonna go to China and tell China we need to renegotiate all these trade deals. Listen, you believe the hype if you want to. We don't own nothing in America. Who own it? China. We owe China trillions and trillions of dollars. If you don't know, if you don't read, if you're not into politics, sit your ass down. If you don't know nothing about what's going on, sit down. If you want to believe the hype what Trump have said, sit down. Trump don't even know about politics. We do not own nothing in the United States. We don't own that White House in the United States. China owns everything. We are in debt with China. Don't ever think that we are the number one. We're not number one. We're number one. We're barely number one in technology now. People, stop believing the hype what Trump telling you. He gonna get us bombed. You want to vote for that man? Then go right ahead on and vote for him. And so he can make America great. Well, oh, I'm sorry. Make America white again. He can sit up there and say, make America great all day. We know, if we as people of color know really what he means. I'm going to play a snippet of what he was saying. I want you to hear this. He was directing that to African American people of color. If you think he wasn't, then something is wrong with you again. Let me play this. I hope you guys hear this.
Americans watching this address tonight have seen the recent images of violence in our streets and the chaos in our communities. Many have witnessed this violence personally. Some have even been its victims. I have a message for all of you. The crime and violence that today afflicts our nation will soon, and I mean very soon, come to an end.
Now, who the hell you think he talking that to? They already spread out propaganda about us doing violence. All African Americans know how to do is do violence. I'm going to go back again. Our ancestors learned the violence from their ancestors. They are volatile people. Again, I'm going to say it again. Not all white people are, not all Caucasians are that, but most of them are. That's why they're at Trump rally. If you don't think they're talking to you, you're sadly mistaken. He said he gonna stop all violence. What you gonna do? Round up your overseers? Call the cops? Because a lot of people don't know, and I always try to educate people, put a little education in my little recordings. Cops was invented by, what? The Republicans, so they can round up, what? The slaves. Go and read about your history, man. Learn. There's a lot of stuff that in my mind just boggles me that people can do or listen to people like Trump. If I start telling you how America became America, you'll get upset, especially a person of color. So I'm going to play a little more snippet of what he had to say.
Beginning on January 20th of 2017, safety will be restored.
Safety will be
The
restored.
most basic duty of government is to defend the lives of its own citizens. Any government that fails to do so...
Okay. The basis of America, it will be defend of the people of the United States. That's basically what he said. Basically. Of America. Now, you know a lot of people always don't consider us Americans. So basically he's talking about the Caucasians. People read what people says and look beyond. Critical thinking. I hope you learned that in school. I did. Critical thinking, what he just said. Remember what it says in Emancipation. Read that. Dang, I didn't bring my book again. I forgot my Constitution book. Now, again, I'm not even going to quote it because I don't have my pamphlet. I wish I did. Let me look it up. Constitution. How they stated as African Americans when there was setting us free as Africans. When they set up there I'm not even going to quote it. I wanted to go there. But as a citizen, as the United States, was born in America, and he's not talking about illegal immigrants. He's just not talking about just them. So you need to just read between the lines. But I'm going to go ahead and play it so I can look up this emancipation.
Is a government unworthy to lead. It is finally time for a straightforward assessment of the state of our nation. I will present the facts plainly and honestly. We cannot afford to be so politically correct anymore. So if you want to hear the corporate spin, the carefully crafted lies, and the media myths, the Democrats are holding their convention next week. Go there. But here at our convention, there will be no lies. We will honor the American people with the truth and nothing else.
Interesting.
These are the facts. Decades of progress made in bringing down crime are now being reversed by this administration's rollback of criminal enforcement. Homicides last year increased by 17% in America's 50 largest cities. That's the largest increase in 25 years.
Now watch, he mentions Chicago. Now he's talking about African Americans.
Killings have risen by 50%. They're up nearly 60% in nearby Baltimore. In the president's hometown of Chicago, more than 2,000 people have been the victim of shootings this year alone. And almost 4,000 have been killed in the Chicago area since he took office.
Now listen, he's on Obama. First of all, he's not going against Obama. These people, most of these Caucasians hate Obama so much because of the color of his skin. This man can do miracles. He did miracles when he was in office. And I'm not just saying that because he's African American. I'm saying that what he have done. Now, I disagree what he did over Africa. He did not protect those people over Africa. And the only reason why he got away with the things that he got away with is because he's African American. So, that I disagree with Obama. There's things that I disagree with Obama, but doing the things that he did over here in America, he really helped America. He brought back jobs. That's what that fool said. He gonna bring back jobs. That Obama didn't bring jobs. Yes, he did. He mentioned about medical. His daughter stood up there and he mentioned about medical, that women equal rights. Last time I checked, Obama and his wife already passed a policy about equal rights for women in pay. So what you trying to get in the White House and claim that he did it? And I guess you know what's so funny? That white America will accept that. They don't want to give it to Obama. They know Obama already did it. Then he mentioned about medical insurance for everyone in America. Isn't that Obamacare? But Then again, white America, well, they would accept it. They got mad at Obama for making them to have medical insurance. They got mad at Obama. Okay, if a Trump make it in, they're like, oh, we don't mind paying for it. We don't mind. You know the reason why they have problems with Obamacare? Because a black man told them that if they don't find them some medical insurance, you know what? I just cut it out. A black man told them to do something. A black man told them to do something. But little that they know, they need to start looking at Obama wanted us to have free insurance. But the Republicans, the 1%er, did not want us to have that. So guess what? That's why it pissed me off people don't know about politics. Because the little things what happened, the Republicans of the 1%er turned around and said, no, we're going to come in your office and we're going to tell you they need to pay. So they can make Obama look bad. It's just things that y'all just don't look. I continue to sit on here and tell you guys, the president, the only can do executive orders, and that can go so far, and veto. He can't do nothing without the Senate and Congress. When you sit up there and thinking Obama was the one making you pay these bills, when it comes down to Obamacare, he's not. It was the Republicans who the one put that in there. They the one put that stipulations in there. He wanted you to have free insurance. Just like where he's from. He was born in Hawaii. They have free insurance. They don't have to pay for anything. But he's going to go down the history of making people pay insurance. But guess what? It helped the nation, took the nation out of a deficit, even though we back in a deficit. Why? Oh, I have to hip you guys to this. Why you're back into a deficit? Because they wouldn't agree with nothing else, but they agree with the war. Oh, sure, Obama, let's go into war. So people think it's Obama's fault. That's why this Caucasian named Trump, who didn't know how to say LGBT, not Q, talking about this. He's trying to make Obama go down in history as the best president. No, Congress is bad. Congress is bad. They agreed for that deficit to be $818 trillion that he mentioned. But nobody don't want to see that. Most Caucasians don't want to go beyond that. All they want to do is look at, oh, it's a black man there and we're going to make him look bad. First black man. Guess what? You still have to take care of him for the rest of his life. He stayed there for 8 years. Think about that. You want to talk about him, Trump, all day long. But everything what you're saying, you're trying to claim what he have already done. Obamacare is here. Equal pay for women is already in a policy. Again, I want to see a policy. He said he was going to show a policy last night. I didn't see a policy. Did you see a policy? I didn't see a policy. Where's that policy at? Listen, people, I said it last recording on Wednesday that people know I'm going to say my timing. And then I'm going to go to, y'all thought I forgot about the 14th Amendment, about the slaves. I'm going to break it down. I'm talking about this policy. I want to see it. He didn't have a policy. He's not going to show a policy. And I said it on Wednesday. He's like a pimp. He gets to a woman, he whispers in their ear. That's why so many Caucasians, because he whispered in their ear, hey, listen, you know I got the Ku Klux Klans in the back here supporting me. We gonna get your country back. This is our country. We deserve this. We need these, these end people to start being slaves and listen to us. They talk back, We gonna kill them. We gonna hang them. We gonna shoot them. We all know most of the white supremacists are cops. We all know that. We all know that. If you don't know, look up the statistics. The United States did a data. Look it up. About 90% of cops are white supremacists. Better look that shit up. Stop being lazy and reading. Stop being lazy and read. I gave 3 books on here. Break the Curse of Willie Lynch, The Tragedy of Hope, and The Grand Transport. Read those 3 books. And then I'll give you some more. Because I read. Like they always say, if you want to hide anything from an African American, or you know what they used to say, the N-word, put it in a book. Put it in a book. So let's go on to this 14th Amendment. When they said, release the slaves, honey. They were freed to break it down. United States, which include former slaves recently freed. In addition, it is forbidden state for denying any person life, liberty, or property without due process of law, or to deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Okay, let me stop right there. The former slave, they were talking about our ancestors. Then they're saying that people should not deny, but they did it anyway. When we supposed to go and vote, they did it. When they had property, like Rosewood, they took it away from us. So, and I said this last Wednesday, everything what a Caucasian put on treaty with the Native Americans, with us, innocent Constitution, 3/5 of a person we are, but we're supposed to get 40 acres of a mule, and they broke that treaty. They broke the treaty. They made treaty that a lot of people who do not read, they made treaty at the same time with African Americans, because African Americans was living amongst most Native Americans, not Cherokee. Stop saying you're Cherokee, because Cherokees was turning your asses in. They was turning us, our ancestors, in. So read about that. Cherokees are the worst Native Americans you can ever have to try to claim. They didn't mix among slaves. They didn't at all. So learn your history. People love saying Cherokees are Navajos. Navajos didn't mix up either. So stop saying they turned our asses in, our ancestors in. But other Native Americans, and most of them was in North Carolina. There's so many names that just look them up and you'll see some of them that in North Carolina trade us in, and other ones didn't. Most of them didn't. We lived among them. But when they sit up here and say they forbid process of law or to deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of laws, they didn't do that. They had it on here. Give a fine example, another fine example, in Galveston, Texas, Juneteenth, when after the emancipation was put in play, they waited for 2 years later because the people in Galveston, Texas was killing the messengers. So Lincoln said, let's wait a little while. They get their cotton done and all the other things in Galveston, Texas, and then we're going to send another message, and then we're going to tell the slaves they are free. So they didn't get free till 2 years later, after emancipation was put out. They did not abide by the 14th Amendment nor the emancipation of the slaves. So all this rhetoric, what they have on here, these amendments, these Caucasians did not abide by them at all. by directly mentioning the role of the state, listen, the role of the state, do you hear what I'm saying? The 14th Amendment greatly expands the protection of civil rights to all Americans and is cited in more than any other amendment. They didn't listen to that. The role of the state. Did you hear what I said? The reason why I'm saying the role of the state, so basically they're asking basically permission for the state to follow this 14th Amendment. Their emancipation. So that's what they're asking. So for them to say they want to make America great again, they want to ignore that. So you as African Americans, if you don't pay attention to what people say as wording, I pay attention to all the time, and I correct a person so quick. I say, what do you mean by that word? It could just be one word, an action word, verb, action, anything. Just one word. Just pay attention to what, especially Caucasian, what they say. They slick at their mouth, but it seems like it's harmful. It's not going to harm you at all. Just pay attention to the words that they have said. Trump said it all night long last night. I had to record some of that. Let you guys hear what this man was saying. It's what Caucasians want. They don't want to lose their power. I was watching, again, I brought it up before, this white supremacist, and Roland Martin was telling him, and see, I don't watch news. You notice I don't watch Fox News because Fox News deny racism. They say there's no racism exists in this world. But I just he was talking to this white supremacist, and the white supremacist says he's not a white supremacist. He's saying that if they don't step up, that they're going to lose their power and they're going to be the minorities. That's what he said. But he didn't want to claim himself as a white supremacist. See, the problem that I have, they don't think they're white supremacists. They just want their power and they want to keep their power. You're not going to keep your power. And by the way, are you afraid that if we get our power back, that we had our power before, we are the first people? Are you afraid we're going to treat you the way you treated us? That's the problem? You're so afraid that we're going to treat you the way you treat us. We're not like that. We don't have hatred that much inside of us. That's why we're in the predicament we are in now. Because we allow you hatred people to come in our neighborhoods and our so-called tent huts in Africa. That we build cities before you thought about building cities. A lot of people, again, I'm going to tell you people, you need to read your history. Africa we wasn't running around there with sticks. We was intelligent people. That's what they put in the books and lied to you guys. We had our own city. We had cities built before cities. The fine example, you can look at the pyramids. They're still trying to figure out how we built those things. If you don't read your history, you would think they was running around there with bows and arrows. We had bows and arrows, but we wasn't running around there naked and everything. We had clothing. We had stores. We had cities. Ancient cities. What you see right now in Egypt, that's in Africa. They had cities. But you want to believe what these Caucasians are putting in books. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to tell you how evil it is. And you can look it up. Everything I tell you is not a lie. You can look it up. Did you know that they had breeding camps for us? This is where incest come from. They had breeding camps in Maryland and Virginia. Come on, read your history. These white people had us having sex, had our ancestors having sex with their own. They would go and put a bag over their heads and breed. The son would breed with the mother. The mother would breed with the son. The son or the brother would breed with the sisters. They would make sure they wouldn't know who they were breeding with. They'll put bags over their heads. Sometimes they wouldn't put bags over their heads and let them have sex with their own mama or sister. This is where incest comes from. God. You think they innocent? They're not innocent. They don't want you to go back and see how nasty they were to our ancestors. Learn your history. I get on here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday and let you know, try to give you knowledge about what's going on and what happened in the past. If you don't know about the past, you will never know about the future. This is what they're trying to take us back to. That's why they're killing. I'm a lesbian. Yes, I'm okay with that. But I still love my people. They're trying to take it back so these white men can sit up here and rape us. That's why they're killing the brothers. The cops, the white supremacists. They're killing our brothers and sisters who do not abide by what they want us to do. And they're getting away with it. Jesus Christ, if we don't read our history and learn our history, we're going to be really messed up again. Because guess what? The past always repeats itself. We're going to get our power back, but we're going to have to fight real damn hard. People just don't think. That just ticks me off. Every time I think about how they would breed in us like we was animals. And they try to hide that. You can't hide that. You was breeding us so they can have slaves. They had slaves in Washington too. Don't believe the hype. They used to always sit up there and say, well, our ancestors had to run north so they could be free. That's a lie. That's a lie. Lie they tell us all the time. Stop lying. Stop lying. They tell us lies all the time about the situation. Lies they're going to continue to tell. People, I just want you to wake up, man. I just want you to wake up. That's all I want you to do. Just wake up. Stop believing the lies. Stop believing the lies. They are killing us left and right. They have no conscience. They never did and never will. They bred us. They want to do it again. The white women are the worst. Because they are talking the white man's ear and make the white man start want to kill us, want to rape us and do all kinds. They so jealous of African American. You can see how they sit up there and now trying to be like us because they want the white man want them. They want the white man to want them so bad that the white man don't look at them in sexual, but the white man will look at them in having kids, but they don't look at them as sexual. They look at us as sexual. Come on now. Read your doggone history. I'm so tired of most African American people are not reading their history. And they all gugga all over. I tell anybody, if I get married, it won't be with a white woman. I don't even look at white women like that. They had enough of being put on the pedestal. They have always put Caucasian women on a pedestal. And always will be. Always will put a white woman on the pedestal and rape us and still raping us. I just want people to wake up. And stop believing the crap what they're putting in our face. Stop believing that crap. So now we have to see if Trump gonna get into the office with his dictator ass. You guys really don't understand, do you? Woo! You guys really asking for it. And I'm talking to Caucasians now. Talking to you Caucasians. I sure am. You want to believe in that fuckery? You go right ahead on. But if you think that somebody's going to get up in these other places, these other countries, and tell these people what to do, how to do it, you sadly mistaken. Then I thought you didn't know. I thought you knew about politics. You really think that they gonna allow him to get in their face and tell them how to do it? You really don't know no better. You really don't. You just gonna really believe that crap? You really gonna believe that he's gonna get in there and just tell them how to do it? I have given out my number several times to have somebody to call me and tell me where's the policy at. He continued to say about the policy, you gonna let this man go in there and get into the presidential suite? That's basically what he want to do. And allow him to get in that. And he haven't produced a policy at all. Not one policy. People, just give me one policy. I tell you, I don't want to hear what he have said. I want to know where's the policy. Clinton have said a policy. She said the name of the policy. Can it be all so simple to even say such things that he could get in the office, the Oval Office like that? Obama had to bust his ass. He had to bust his ass to convince people to get back in there for another 8 years. Is it that simple just to sit up here and be a pimp? Give me a policy. 314-741-9851. Give me a policy. I'm waiting for this damn call. I've been waiting for this call. I've been giving out this number and I haven't received it yet. 314-741-9851. 314-741-9851. And if you come at me, I will get you and shut you down, because I am not that normal African American person that you can say something to and I'll just allow you to say it. I'm not going to allow ignorance and non-existent policies to be said on my air. You got to come with it. Because I want to see a policy. Everybody else who's not voting for Trump have asked for a policy. We have not received a policy. Why haven't we received a policy? Because there's no policy that exists. That policy doesn't exist. Know why it doesn't exist? Because he's like a pimp. He's going to pimp his way in. Tell you what you want to hear. Obama have met almost everything what he have said. Hell, we could go back to Bush. Bush ain't never met everything what he have said. Bush couldn't even get Osama bin Laden. Guess what? Obama did. He couldn't get him. Obama did. Why he couldn't get him? We already know why. We already know why. He wasn't that bright. I knew Bush wasn't bright, but damn, y'all gonna get another dumb one in here who say LGBTQ? I guess he want to say queer. There's no Q on there. Well, that was such an insult when I heard that. That was such an insult. I couldn't believe that man said that. LGBTQ. And then he started talking about Obama. Why would you talk about Obama? You're not going against Obama. You're going against Hillary. Hillary was the Secretary of State, yes. But Obama, why are you still on Obama? It's like, dude, you want to have sex with Obama? What's going on? I mean, I'm not trying to get juvenile here, but he loved talking about Obama. I have never. I guess I never will. But, hey, can it be all that simple? Can it be all simple? People believe that he's trying to get African Americans and Hispanic to vote for him now. Why? Because he know he can't go nowhere without them. But anyway, Bernie Sanders people, you better get your ass in there and start voting. You have a better chance with Hillary than you have with Trump. Trump gonna tell you lies. He already telling you lies now and talking about you have policy. He have no policies. Now, it's been a year now, year and some months, and he still haven't produced not one policy. I asked for someone to call me, they didn't. So it's time for me to get off air and get on with my business. But I hope you guys have a great day. Peace, love, and happiness.
Started off on the island, AK Shannon, brothers wailing, gunshots thrown the phone down. Back in the days, I'm 8 now, making a tape now. Ray gotta get a plate now. Ignorant and mad young, wanted to be the one till I got blah, blah, blah. Yeah, my pops was a fiend since 16, shooting that's just bloodstream. That's the life of a cranny, real life cranny. And others know the habits behind me. Take one, yo, growing all up